good evening. So, today is day 28, and the title of today's lesson is There Are No Mechanisms. So, we've covered a lot in the last few days, and in the next several days, what we're trying to do is to look at the practical implications and the uses of the ideas that we've covered so far. And today, what we'll look at it is how do we turn a me-centered worldview into a we-centered worldview. So the premise is that we tend to see people as mechanisms. In other words, we think about the entire world of people as a mechanism to serve our personal individual interests. So we look at, how can they make us comfortable? How can they help us achieve what we're looking for? Or how can they help us solve a problem? For example, we think about managing people who report to us so that they meet their performance goal. And why? Because this way, it will help in our advancement. We label, in addition, some friends as best friends and thereby place a constellation of expectations on them. And if we are not well, we want them to drop whatever it is that they're doing and come and comfort us. And we ignore that these expectations place a subtle pressure on them, and sometimes the pressure is not subtle too. The former Richard Alpert went to India and became Ram Dass. Upon returning, he wrote the phenomenal bestseller, Be Here Now. And subsequent to that, he produced a series of records called Love, Serve, Remember. And as the series was being sold at $5, Ram Dass had a conversation with his father, who was then in a very critical condition. His father asked him, why are you selling the records for $5 when you could probably sell it for $10 and possibly for 15? Ram Dass said it costed them $5 to produce it. The father was astonished. He said, that means you're not making any profit? He added, don't you think people would be ready to pay $10 and even 15? Ram Dass allowed that this might be the case. Then the father asked, why are you charging them only 5 in that dollar? Are you against capitalism? Ram Dass referred to the time his father had represented his uncle Henry in an extremely complicated court case. His father had to do a lot of work which included writing a detailed report, etc. And Ram Dass asked, Dad, you must have charged him a hefty sum. His father was shocked. He said, what do you mean? That's our Uncle Henry, his family. I didn't charge him anything. To which Ram Dass said, that's exactly the point, Dad. You show me someone who's not family and I will gladly rip him off. And that's the kind of expansive worldview that is being suggested in today's lesson, wherein we could look at what we are doing on the one hand and the people with whom we are interacting on the other hand. And then we could see how we could see these people as a part of our extended family. And we always remember that we want to be of service to these people with the products and services that we create. So that's really the point. The idea is not that we cannot make money, but we have to ensure that we are bound by duty to offer them the highest value that's possible. So really to generate this attitude and to maintain that attitude is the key goal of today's lesson. So the next step is, one, to make a list of all the people who we deal with, colleagues, customers, clients, whoever it is. And then we look at them as an extended family, and then we ask ourselves a reflective question as to how will our approach to them change with this new outlook of them. And then we share these experiences with our friends. So this is basically the message of today. Good night, everyone.